Hi everyone, my name is Ed Kane. I'm the publisher of Functional Therapy magazine, and we've been talking this issue about depression and talking about how that can be a very pervasive effect on your whole body, your whole psyche, your whole ability to be a full and active person. So what I'd like to do now is talk about ways out of this thing. This is, people can have mild, moderate, or major depression, kind of all these levels of depression that you can be just simply tackling a little bit at a time. It's just little steps. It has been proven clinically that a little bit of exercise is about as effective as antidepressant medications for mild to moderate depression. So if you think about this, that means not too much, but a little bit of exercise. We're talking about, including a half an hour total of walking through your day at least. So that's not too much of a challenge. And in fact, while you're out there, I've advocated kind of this balanced life, and what we're talking about with that is doing a little bit of work, a bit of leisure, a little bit of self-care. So if you consider that walk that you're going to take, your preparation for it, your shower, getting adequate rest, getting sleep at night, getting some food into you, and getting cleaned up and ready to go is part of your self-care for that. Then you go for that walk, and maybe if you took a bag along that you could pick up some garbage that you've been walking past every once in a while. That would be doing something for somebody else. But that walk itself can be a leisure activity or self-care, depending on how you consider it. Right now, we want you to get up and do something and get a more balanced life. So these little steps that you can do. If you're having depression, it's very appropriate for you. You don't need to hide this. You don't need to hide it with everyone. Maybe you feel the stigma. There's a lot of stigma attached to depression in the world. People thinking that, oh my gosh, I don't feel worthy because of the feelings that I have, the mood that I have, how I am. Somehow there seems to be more stigma with that than with other health conditions. But so if you think about, your opportunity is to go and get help. There are people that you can talk to, psychologists, therapists. They will be able to kind of help you deal with maybe if there's a past trauma, or if you're just having to look at this negative, intrusive voice that might bother you every once in a while. Sometimes when you have this heavy thought, it's this voice that's telling you you're worthless, you should harm yourself. All these things are not helpful in the grand scheme of things, and they're part of the anxiety that is tied to depression. Instead of just kind of letting those things wash over you, or rejecting them outright, or whatever, maybe if you just consider them for a second. What is it trying to tell you? Oh, you're here again. This kind of strange voice is telling you some harmful thing. It's your own thought, and you just kind of look at it and you go, okay, you're telling me I'm anxious about that interaction I had with my boss, with my spouse. I'm feeling guilty about being late. I'm feeling that I didn't read enough, or didn't do enough, or didn't work hard enough. All these little things that that little voice is even though it's that little devil on your shoulder whispering in your ear sometimes in those depictions, it is really something that you can make friends with a little bit. So when that thing pipes up and says you're not good enough or something like that, you just go, what? Good enough for what? What are you here for? Are you trying to help me? And take the message as, okay, hold on, maybe I'm a little bit anxious, maybe I'm a little bit stressed, maybe it's time to start taking care of myself a little bit better in this. So you can do simple things. We've talked about the one breath meditation in prior issues, but we'll bring up these things. You're not getting enough rest, you're not budgeting your time properly to get all the things that you need to do done, any of those kind of things. But so a little bit of exercise, recognize the stigma, getting some support, talking about balancing your life. Now remember, we're talking about leisure, self-care, and work, being in balance so that you can work on that motivation. And often we think about depression as a problem with the motivational pillar, thinking about not being able to get up and get at that life. You can do a little bit of meditation. You can do some things to take care of yourself. You can recognize that little voice. And one thing you can do to help you through this journey, because you're going to be making this improvement as you go, is you can start a little mood journal. You can write, I feel very bad right now. I feel really good right now. I go through this and write down how I'm feeling. And the other thing that I'm a strong advocate of is this secret to helping you feel more balanced, more joyful, have stronger relationships, have better work, better use of your time, everything coming all together. And so if you want to, you can link down at the bottom here for that. And what we're just trying to do is bring you this gift that is surprisingly good for anyone with depression. But again, it's just get up and do a little bit more, and just challenge yourself a little bit at a time. Be gentle with yourself. You may have this anxiety, you may have this depression, but you're okay. You're not alone. There's lots of people out there that are wanting to support you, and we at Functional Therapy Magazine are here for you too. So we'll talk to you soon, and have a happy holiday. Bye-bye.